giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kwadash, double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutes to all 144,000 elect out there. We are back at you with another lesson. And we're fastly approaching that year, the year of apostates, sellouts, and agents. So, but the Most High is thinning the herd in the spirit. This came to me in the spirit. So what does thinning the herd mean? Reducing the number of animals in a group. There you have it. Reducing the number. And culling. The other word here, it's a cull. Right? To cull the herd. Something that is well spoken about on farms, for anybody who's been on farms, visited farms. That's a term that they use often. Culling the herd. And that's what the Most High be doing. He be culling the herd. And we may have heard of, like I say, just through the spirit and meditating on what's happening in Israel. And we're going to get to the scriptures because the scriptures do back it up. What's been happening in Israel. This is necessary. The Georgia Guidestones. Now, what are the 10 rules of the Georgia Guidestones? The guides which were accompanied by 10 planetary precepts, if I'm pronouncing that right, in the specification are maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. That's the point right there. Right? Culling the nation, culling the population, guide production wisely improves fitness, so they say. Diversity, unite humanity with a living new language, rules, passion, faith. So what it's coming down to is that they're NWO. Something that Nimrod, right, for those of us that know of Nimrod in the history, tried to do, keeping people together. And they want to delete 500 million. That's their goal, right? Which they're doing that. They've been doing that, right? With the loosey juicy, culling the population, and the ultimate thing, Revelation chapters 13, right? Because a lot of people ain't going to take it, and they're prepared. They've already prepared their guillotines and their ways of getting rid of people via the concentration camps, via our different ways, different manners. Guillotines, right? Because the guillotine is efficient, right? It's very efficient because then you can get to keep all the organs safe, right? We know what's going on under the black market, the organs and all of that. So they're on the way to doing that, culling the population under 500 million, right? Thinning the herd, culling the population. And yeah, right, if any of us really are familiar with the Guidestones, and they try to get rid of that around 2022, started cutting them down. As we looked in the backstory of the Guidestones production, created known as Robert Christian or R.C. Christian, I learned that he'd published a book in 1986 under the fiction name. The book Common Sense Renewed was said to explain his plan for humanity. So there you go. Georgia Guidestones Monument Mystery may have finally been around 2024. But we've known of this. The prophets have known of this. Let me get into a little bit of that when you just touch on this. Right, let's touch on another one. See if we get some more information here. But the point done made anyway. Most High, and it's all of the Most High. The Most High, the one be thinning the herd. The history of the Georgia Guidestones. Don't need to be watching.
In Georgia,
Don't need to be watching no videos. Let's see what they're doing there. Yeah, when they was knocking them down. So that took place around 2022. That's what I was looking for. After standing firm for more than 40 years, part of the Georgia Guidestone was destroyed on Wednesday, 2022. We have it July. So that's the point, right? The granite monument, which took 20 years to plan, had been standing in the highest point in Albert County since 1980, according to Albert County Chamber of. That's the point. So it was knocked down. There you go. To hide the very fact of their culling the population, because it was written on the stones. Enough said. So the scripture doesn't tell us. Matter of fact, let's go to it. Zechariah 13, straight to the point. 18. Zechariah chapters 13 and 8 says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and be deleted, but the third shall be left therein." Right? And this is all the Most High's movie. He's in control. Right? He controls the heart of men. Man's going is of the Lord, and he's forwarding. He's behind it. He be pushing the agenda, and Most High forwards the agenda. He completes it. Right? On via there, he uses his left hand, the sword. Psalms 17. Right? He'll be using his left hand, the sword. Psalm 17 and 13, or it might be 13 and 17. I believe it's 17 and 13. Right? That's what. That's his weapon. That's his vice that he's using at the moment, which are the Edomites. So he's forwarding his agenda. 2/3 have to be cut off because they're wicked. And yeah, we're for that. We're for that because they need to come back in their right minds. And the scriptures don't tell us as well in Daniel's 12 that they have to be cut off. They're going to come back anyway with their heads down in their right minds. But let the Most High do continue and forward the prophecy, because it is prophecy. Culling the herd of the population. Culling the herd, yeah? Reduces the number of animals because, yeah, you could even describe that the 2/3 as animals, beast-like, right? Not serving the Lord. And as the scripture says in Matthew, those that do not want to serve him, it might be Luke, bring them hither, right? So that you go and delete them, right? And that's the wicked of our own people as well. They have to come back in their right mind. Definitely the wicked of the other nations, right? You're gonna have to delete them. So that's the point right there, man. 2/3 have to be cut off, and that's necessary. So in order for prophecy to be fulfilled. So that's the point, Akim. Let's hit this one, the last one. Matthew 22 and 14 says, "For many are called, but few are chosen." That's the point right there. The hopeful elect are the ones that are chosen from the first fruit, from the creation, from the beginning of time. When you get into it, let's just look into the word here. The word chosen, G1588. Picked out, chosen. Do you have it up here? Chosen or elect of God. And that's a massive, massive thing when you get into the word here in the Greek. Electos, which basically just means to be chosen. So the elect are chosen. Are you chosen? Am I chosen? Because the elect have been chosen from the beginning of time. That's the point. Many are called and few are chosen. Enough said. To the next one, Akim. That's just the point. Many are called and few are chosen, but the Most High is definitely feeding the herd. So all those that are coming against his truth shall fall by the wayside. Most High is culling them. Right? Specifically at this moment, you got the Selats, you got the agents, and you got the apostates. Most High is going to thin them all out. That's why they're coming forward and exposing themselves, showing their true colours, because the Most High is thinning the herd. So that's the point, Akim. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next one.